On a cold winter's night in a secluded mountain village, Elias, a gruff and weathered innkeeper, sat by the flickering light of his fireplace. His face, etched with years of hardship, bore the look of a man who had seen too much. Elias was known throughout the village for his stern demeanor and staunch practicality. Years of adversity had hardened his heart, leaving no room for kindness or charity. To Elias, life was a game of survival, not sentiment. The wind howled through the narrow streets outside, carrying with it the sting of the season's chill. Suddenly, a soft knock echoed against the wooden door. Startled, Elias rose from his chair with a grumble, his instincts sharpened by years of running the inn. Opening the door, he was met with an unexpected sight: a young woman, shivering in a tattered cloak, holding a baby tightly against her chest. "Please, sir," she implored, her voice trembling, "my child and I need shelter for the night." Elias scanned her weary face, his gaze stopping at the baby nestled in her arms. His question came quick and curt: "Do you have money?" The woman's response was equally swift but tinged with despair: "No, I have nothing but my child." Elias frowned deeply, his heart warring with his instincts. "I'm sorry," he said gruffly, "I can't take you in without payment. Life's hard for all of us." With a hesitant hand, he shut the door, the sound echoing in the stillness of the room. Returning to his chair, Elias muttered under his breath about beggars and their plight. Yet, no sooner had he settled back into his seat than the room seemed to take on a different quality. A subtle glow filled the space, as though lit by a source unseen. The fire burned brighter, and the air grew unexpectedly warm and fragrant. Elias shifted uneasily, his thoughts turning back to the woman and child. Could they survive the storm? The question lingered like a thorn in his mind. Unable to silence the tug of guilt, Elias peeked out the window. What he saw took his breath away. The snow-covered village shimmered under an ethereal golden light. Each snowflake sparkled like a star, and the biting wind had stilled. Faintly, he heard the distant sound of a choir, their harmonies soft yet uplifting. Driven by a mix of curiosity and unease, Elias opened the door once more. The woman was still there, standing quietly in the snow. Her eyes were downcast, her baby silent, but around her radiated the same golden light that filled the village. It seemed to embrace her and the child, exuding a warmth that defied the harsh cold. "Wait," Elias called out, his voice softer this time. "Come inside." Her expression lit up with gratitude as she crossed the threshold. As she stepped into the room, the faint glow followed her, and the warmth seemed to grow. Elias fetched a blanket, wrapping it around her shoulders, and set a bowl of steaming soup before her. Watching her eat, his attention turned to the baby. The child's face was serene, almost luminous, with an expression of quiet strength. "What's his name?" Elias asked, his tone gentle. "Emmanuel," she replied with a tender smile. "He brings light and salvation to those who open their hearts." Elias frowned, puzzled by her words. Before he could ask more, another knock interrupted their exchange. This time, it was his neighbors, families, travelers, and villagers seeking refuge from the relentless storm. Though his instincts urged him to turn them away, something within him had changed. Without hesitation, Elias opened his doors wide, inviting them in with offers of food and a warm place by the fire. As the night unfolded, the inn transformed. Strangers huddled together, sharing laughter, stories, and hymns. The once cold and somber inn now brimmed with joy and camaraderie. The golden light lingered, filling every corner with an indescribable peace. When dawn broke, Elias turned to thank the young woman. To his astonishment, she was gone. In her place lay a single white lily and a note that read, "Whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me." Elias clutched the note, his eyes welling with tears. Her words echoed in his heart, bringing a profound sense of clarity. From that day forward, Elias was a changed man. His inn became a sanctuary for the weary, a beacon of kindness and generosity. And every Christmas Eve, he lit a candle in the window, whispering a silent prayer, remembering the light and warmth Emmanuel had brought into his home and heart.